Here in Jacksonville. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Two teams here that came into the NFL together back in 1995, and off we go between the Jags and the Panthers. Oh, some strong running.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17.
Now 2nd and 9. Here is Young. There's the former Jaguar, DJ Chark, down the right sideline. He's on his way. DJ Chark. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Chark, 83 yards. And the Panthers need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Let's go. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence.
And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties, and then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
Here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line. But not much happening after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Flush to his right. Completes it to Evan Ingram. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, it's gutsy to go for it in the red zone. The problem there is they were in their own red zone. Why in the world did they do that?
They must have thought they had the exact play call that they needed to go a big way. And I'm still not even buying that one. I'm reaching.
You're searching.
Actually reaching. But I do know this. On the other side of the field, That coaching staff is screaming at their defense. If you don't handle this one right here, this is a great opportunity for us. Take it away, guys, and they did.
And now excellent field position.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too, but it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run, and I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Just a crazy throw there, and it's intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
ETN once more.
And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll run with ETN.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
They go play action with Lawrence. And this one too low.
Well, you got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They go play action now. Lawrence working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line.
ETN up the middle.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford, there for the stop.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Rolling to his right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Trevor Lawrence taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
Flushed out right. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
To throw, Young.
Connecting here with Chark on the out route.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8.
The play fake. Now Young steps away.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down. 18 yards on the field goal. A 45-yard.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
Panthers 14, Jaguars 6.
Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted.
Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you've got to make that throw, right? That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That one complete. He finds Shark. So they get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Young sliding out of the pocket. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Eluding the pressure right.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard.
64 yards.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jaguars 6. Eddie Piñeiro to kick off for the Panthers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end. Look at the big man rumble.
And finally down at the 9-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Now Lawrence.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
It's a gain of 5.
Here's Lawrence. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
A gain of 10 yards.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
Flush to his right.
And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Lawrence will throw.
On the move to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Trouble, 38. Shot, 17.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
It's a loss of 2.
Young will set to throw, escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Ready. Yellow, line. Set, huh?
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Fight, 97. 43 rail. 10.
Young on 3rd down.
That is caught.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Down to the 25.
Let's go.
2nd and 9.
Tackled at the 25-yard line.
Striker, 3.
1-yard gain.
Another run with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Young to throw it. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you some...
There he goes, right side. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
That's good for a Jaguars. 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
Flushed out right. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Those change. That's good for another.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Let's go.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Gun. Hot.
Etienne will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
All right, here we go. It's hot. Here we go.
They're going to keep it on the ground. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
It's a gain of 8.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. And quickly, they get to the line.
Cycle.
20-yard line.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
First down, Young. He'll buy some time right.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Think right.
Another tote for Etienne.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Now Lawrence
Out to his left. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
For the Jaguars. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
13 Lou. Lou. Silver.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Take right open. Open. Here we go.
Once more Etienne. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
11. Silver.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brenton Strange
From 3 yards out.
And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Set, ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And down he'll go at the 25. And now they're in the hurry up.
52 blaster.
It's a gain of 11.
Ready.
On third down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the play.
And he'll go again here with Hubbard. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The play fake, now Young. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. 25 yards that time. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now Lawrence to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Again, it's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one in second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Lawrence rolling to his left. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. ETN up the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jags have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. But he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. 1 timeout left, 1-score game. They're going to go onside kick now. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Here we go, set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Third down, Young from the gun. They'll roll him out right. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Right back to Hubbard. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Here we go, set.
Throwing now, Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
Here we go, set.
Lawrence. Can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they need a touchdown, and here they're saying, we're not going to get it 10 yards at a time. They felt they needed to take a shot there to at least get them across the 50, but that one falls incomplete.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. Forced out to his left. Well, took a real chance with that one, but it's incomplete.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Flushed out right, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position